Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Finally, I have an article that talks about some Russian successes in Ukraine and especially in and around Odesa. It uses Uragan missiles and or rockets, not missiles. I explained what's the difference between a rocket and a missile. A missile is a rocket, but it's guided. The rocket could be only, misguided. It means you aim, you shoot, release it, and wherever you calculated the ballistic direction, or it's gonna hit wherever you did it. A missile, you launch it, and then you can adjust while it travels. It can adjust its target. That's the difference. And the rockets supposedly are much faster or faster than the missiles. Now, these are from Republic World from August 24th, 2022. Russia strikes Ukraine's military targets with Uragan rocket launcher systems as war wages. And they provided a video footage. It says video footage of Ukrainian military targets being struck by Uragan multiple rocket launcher systems has been made public by the Russian Defense Ministry. Well, what you see is them launching them, but I watched part of it, and if you go and find this article, it's over there, the video, and I'm assuming you can find it in different sources. As the war in Eastern Europe shows no signing of subsiding, video footage of Ukrainian military targets being struck by Uragan multiple rocket launchers systems, probably it is, I didn't go that far with the video, has been made public by the Russian Defense Ministry. Taking to Twitter, the Russian state-controlled news television network Russia Today released a video. In the clip, it can be seen that several missiles have been fired from the Uragan rocket launcher systems during the nighttime. In the later part of the video, the launchers were seen to be carrying missiles. That's all I saw. I didn't see the targets being struck. Them hitting, bam, 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 and some trucks moving around, and the video was from the floor, so it shows bigger. Apart from this, on Sunday, August 21st, a Russian missile destroyed a residential structure in Mykolaiv Oblast where a child was injured. Ignore this because you always, not that you don't care about children or something, but it's because this is always there. That's for pathos, is not for the logos. Let's move on. Another target of an Uragan multiple rocket launcher was Zelenodolsk. According to an operational command Facebook post, the assault also resulted in the destruction of many residential buildings and left one person dead and 6 others wounded. Again, only residential. Russians constant attack on Ukraine. Let's see. Additionally, this is what we care for. The Russian armed forces destroyed a munition depot in the Odesa region of Ukraine that had missiles for the United States multiple rocket launchers HIMARS, according to Lieutenant General Igor Konashenkov, the ministry spokesperson. He said that Russian armed force troops had used Kalibr cruise missiles to demolish the site. It should be mentioned that Ukraine has been battling Russia using American-made HIMARS or HIMARS. According to a TASS report citing Konashenkov, and I'm quoting, high-precision sea-based long-range Kalibr missiles near the village of Mayorstoye in the Odesa region destroyed an ammunition depot with missiles for the American HIMARS multiple launch rocket systems and Western-made anti-aircraft systems, end quote. Moreover, on Saturday, August 20th, Russian officials asserted that they had shot down Ukrainian drones in the Crimea region, while Ukrainian authorities stated the Russian forces had resumed their efforts to capture one of the few cities in the eastern Ukraine that were not already under their control. According to a report by the Associated Press, Russian military attacks persist in both the north and the south of Ukraine. So yeah, that's an offensive. The other ones are in the counter non-offensive. Russian officials claimed that local air defense in Crimea had taken down a drone above the Black Sea Fleet's Sevastopol headquarters. In the last 3 weeks, where there have been 2 drone incidents at the headquarters, which included the latest strike. Furthermore, on Saturday, an aide to the governor of Crimea, Olev Krychkov, emphasized that attacks by small drones had triggered air defense systems in western Crimea. In the meantime, the Ukrainian army claimed that it had eliminated the Russian foothold of Kherson Oblast. Recently, the Ukrainian army claimed that it had eliminated the Russian foothold in Kherson Oblast. This is the second time, according to Operational Command South. They have killed at least 20 Russian soldiers and wrecked several military hardware. The Facebook post further states that the Ukrainian attacks have destroyed 3 armored vehicles, 2 S-300 missile systems, and self-propelled Jacynt S howitzer, a self-propelled MSTA S howitzer, and as well as a Nebo M radar system and 120mm mortar. So they have such a clear, they never hit any civilian targets or anything. When the Ukrainians are shooting or shelling, they are so precise because there's American provided weapons, and they avoid civilians. When they go and about to hit a civilian, they stop. Boom. That's what they do. But the Russians are just indiscriminately kill, or maybe they're just written on them. This kills only civilians. Puck. Now go. It's so childish, but you know, that's the way propaganda works. But this is a low-level propaganda. But by repetition and constant acknowledging the reports, like right now, I'm reading these articles, and you know, I discard certain statements or reports because I know there's exaggerated, or but I read them. So when I consciously read them, they would go in my memory without my, intention. And when you get a lot of them, they will store, like you have a little glass in your subconscious, and they store and fill that container. And when it gets to the container, so you don't know it's there, you still think, oh, yeah. That spills out from the subconscious into the conscious. And then it comes from within you. Hey, wait a second, those Russians are so bad, they're killing the civilians all the time. You see those, and you don't know where it came from. It came from a subconscious that was filled with all this information that you didn't know that it was stored, but the brain stores it. And then when it went too many, spilled over. When it spilled over, it comes from somewhere. You think it comes from your brain, like, oh, you know what, I realized. When you have like I realized that. It's because sometimes comes from that kind of source. So yeah, it works through repetition. That's why when you tell a lie, you tell the same lie over and over. You say something, make a statement, make over and over and over. You have to, even if you don't pay attention to it, your brain, your ears, let's say I'm not listening. Your brain is listening. So the Russians are still bombing. They destroy this obviously civilians and a child, and they also destroy HIMARS and ammunition depot in Odesa Oblast, and the Ukrainians also do what they do best, hit only Russian targets, military targets. And Crimea is still under little drone attacks, and I suspect it's going to come more than that. But I suspect that what the Russians are doing are trying to destroy the capability of Ukrainians of launching any attack on Crimea from the southern part. So probably they try to push them further, so they create a big buffer zone between Crimea, or the territory of, let's say, Russian Federation per se, and where they can hit it. But it seems like the Ukraine might have other kind of weapons that they did not disclose from the Americans that could hit much farther. I made a video on that, about 500 kilometers or something, so they can hit Crimea from very deep inside the Ukrainian territory. But that's war, and I don't think if they can, they should do it, because they got hit from Crimea as well. Bombers and jets are taking off from Crimea, so that should be a how should I put it, fair game target. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.